What's the deal, world? Welcome back to BYC Gaming and our New York Mets franchise. In today's episode number 37, we travel to Washington to do battle with the Nationals. The Nationals beat us in the previous game. We now have a record of 38-24, best in the National League East. Josiah Gray on the hill for the Nats. Let's see how the Mets perform here in the second of three in Washington. Right after this series, the Mets will be getting on some planes and heading over to London. I got something special planned for that two-game set against the Phillies. Let's get things started here with Tyrone Taylor going up against the Nats in the first. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's in.
First pitch is a ball. All right, so Gray's got a little bit of a slow wind up to the mound. Let's pay attention for that. Good pitch right there. That'll be strike two. Good 1-2 slider. And Tyrone Taylor's the first out of the day. Set down on strikes on a good pitch from Gray. Let's take a look at the pitches for Gray as far as his repertoire is concerned. Slider, cutter, sinker, fastball, and a 12-6 curve. So a good variety of pitches. Fastball topping out at 96 miles per hour. There it is at 92. Inside for a ball. Ronnie Mauricio, the hitter. He is the leading vote getter for NL Rookie of the Year. He has been outstanding. He's on fire right now. Pretty much just pushed Brett Beatty out of the lineup. Beatty going to get the start today as Mauricio going to move to second and McNeil going to play first. So this is a 4 o'clock game, Hustle. You know what I mean? A little early game in the D.C. area. You can tell by the sunlight drifting in the outfield. Ooh. Mauricio fouls that one off. We still got a 2-2 count. But like I said, Mauricio, if he keeps playing like this, he's going to be not only an everyday starter, but he's definitely going to win Rookie of the Year. Right now he's got a full count. Lindor on deck behind him. Gray got a full count. 1 out in the first. It's not even really a pitch I wanted to chase right there, but got to fight that off to keep this at-bat alive. Hopefully the shadows won't get too bad as the game progresses. That's a close call right there. Good pitch, though. Can't front on Gray. That's just a good pitch. Let's see the location again. Big leg kick right there from Gray. I caught a lot of the inside of the plate, man. So Mauricio sat down on strikes right there. Insets Francisco Lindor, currently batting .296 on the season. He takes a fastball for strike one. 3-time Silver Slug Award winner, on his way to his 4th with 20 home runs, as well as 45 RBIs on the season for Lindor. Good swing by Lindor. This one's popped to center, though. Should be playable, and that will be the 3rd out. So the Mets have some good at-bats. Unable to get on base, though. Scoreless through 1 half of an inning. All right, pitching today is Sandy Alcantara. 4.58 ERA, 4-2 record on the season. He has been stellar for us. Here comes C.J. Abrams, who's been very good in this season. He's been very good in real life. Let's see what he does against the first place Mets, who, as we told you, are 38-24 on the season. Big part of it, because of solid starts from guys like this. Alcantara with the 0-2. Catches Abrams looking. And that's the first out here from Nationals Park. All right, here comes Stone Garrett. He had a home run in our previous game. And I did a fantasy drive so I could have a season to play. When I don't feel like streaming, I just want to run. So I started with the Red Sox. I got Bryce Harper, Aaron Nola. And this is my right fielder right here, Stone Garrett, who hit a long home run against us in the previous game. That was not streamed on the channel, but definitely opened my eyes to his skill set. He swings and misses right there. Count now 1-2. Garrett fouls it off. Count 1-2. Pitch out of the zone, grounded to short. Good throw from Francisco Lindor, and that's the second out. Let's get a look at the Nationals lineup. We already got to look at Abrams and Garrett. Meneses, Beast at first base will be up next. Gallo, Ruiz, Garcia. Lane Thomas, who had a big day against us, also hit a home run. He'll be batting seventh, followed by Cruz and Vargas. All right, so Joey M steps in. We saw Meneses traded to the Orioles last season when we played with the Yankees in franchise. Right here, he's down 0-2 rather quickly. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I think Nationals Park may be the most underrated ballpark in baseball. You don't really hear much about Nationals Park like being a hot destination to catch a game, but it's a nice stadium. Swing and a miss. So Josiah Gray gets things started for the Nationals with 2 Ks against the Mets in the top half. Sandy comes through in the bottom half of the first, gets 2 Ks of his own. We're scoreless through 1.
Leading off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Pete Alonso.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
All right, here comes Pete Alonso now. He's in a 1-1 count. Ooh, couldn't catch up with that one. Fouls off the sinker. One-two count to Alonso. Gets contact on the baseball, but fouls it down. I mean, hits it down the line. Play made by the third baseman, and that's the first out here in the second.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
Aye. 0-1.
Francisco Alvarez with 30 RBIs on the season. He's been heating up as of late. A lot of home runs in his last 10 or so ball games.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Alvarez ahead in the count now. How about the Nationals winning the championship? Like, bro, I mean, look at the if you look in center field, right above the W, a little to the left of the W by the batter's eye in center field. We'll take a look at it in a second as Alvarez sat down on strikes. Despite how well Alvarez has played throughout this season, he has had a really, really bad struggle with striking out this season. Jeff McNeil going to come up and pop this one to left. Gallo gets under it, and that'll be the third out here in the top half of the second. Gallo retires the third out, but he will lead things off for the Nationals in the second.
Hey! 0-1's the count. Inside, ball 1.
Even count to Joey Gallo.
Ball.
Wow, so I'll strike out on a pitch like that, but you won't call it a strike for me. See, we're going to have some challenges with this umpire today.
Ball, 1 strike.
Just that fast. It is a 3-1 count. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, people don't think the umpire can affect the outcome of the game, but I never would have thrown that fastball if I'm in a 2-strike count. So the umpire screws us out of a sinker being called a strike. Gallo forces Alcantara to have to throw a strike right there, and he makes him pay for the location of that strike. 1-0 Nationals. That's very aggravating. Opposite field bomb for Joey Gallo. And that's taking early lead. Nice catch by the fan right there. She right. So Ruiz in here, trying to add on to what's already been a good inning. But Alcantara will set him down on strikes. Good pitch. Good slider, I should say. And that's the third strike. This one hit down the line. Brad Beatty doesn't get a good jump on it. Oh, my goodness. DJ Stewart can't field it cleanly. I don't know what happened right there with Stewart. That's going to be a double for Garcia. I'll be honest. I haven't been feeling the way the Mets have played here in Washington. Now, granted, that previous game that we lost in Game 1 of this series, that was a game we could have won. We had runners on base plenty of different times with a chance to take the lead, tie the game, all the above. But we left a lot of runners on base. We ended up losing that game. Alcantara trying to keep this thing close as his runner on second. We got a 1-2 count against Lane Thomas. Stares at a 98-mile-per-hour fastball on the outside. And there's a good slider. Strike 3 call, 4th K of the game for Alcantara. So let's just hope he can get through this inning without giving up any more runs. Dylan Cruz now steps into the box.
That's a ball.
Give him to chop the 12-6 curve right there. Count still 1-2. Another foul ball down the third baseline. This one hit the center field. Tyrone Taylor gives chase. He gets under it. And that'll be the third out. So thankfully, the Mets able to get out of that inning, stranding a runner on second. But Joey Gallo puts a big swing on the baseball. And the Mets find themselves down 1-0 heading into the third.
Leading off for the Mets, the right fielder, number 6, Starling Marte.
Hey!
Here's Marte in now, swinging a miss on a slider way out of the zone.
Ball 1.
There's another slider. That one misses away. We got a 1-1 count. Gray Yet to give up a hit here. Good swing right there from Marte, but it's right at the second baseman. We now got one out in the third.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 29, DJ Stewart.
In steps DJ Stewart now, who's had some of the best power numbers on this Mets team this season. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in his last 10 games. Looking to spark the Mets right here, get them their first base runner as he fouls off another one, 0-2 count. Wow. So Josiah Gray off to an absolutely perfect start right now. As we're going to look at the pitch sequence here against DJ Stewart. Slider, cutter, sinker, strike 3. Instead, Brett Beatty now, batting .209 on the season, has been in and out of the lineup with the way that Ronnie Mauricio has been producing as of late. Already down 0-1 in the count after fouling off a 93-mile-per-hour sinker. And just that fast, Gray with another quick 0-2 count. 2 outs in the third. Beatty somehow hits that slider that was on the inside part of the plate, pops it up to right, and that's the third out here in the third. So Josiah Gray, wasn't expecting this from him. Perfect, do 3. Nationals due up.
Leading up for Washington, the third baseman, Ildemaro Vargas.
Ball 1.
Ildemaro Vargas steps in. He takes a ball.
Ball 2.
The Venezuelan
No strike.
player takes another ball right there. 2-0 count.
Ball inside.
And all of a sudden it's 3-0. So this has just not been a good game for the Mets so far. But it's far from over. Only a 1-0 game. Even though we have no hits at this point, one swing at the bat can change the score. 3-2 count. Vargas fouls it off. And that one makes it into the seats. Here's one hit to right field. Marte is there to make the catch. And we got 1 out in the third. So shout out to the Mets in real life, man. Coming off of a good series win against the Yankees. They look very good in that series. Aside from giving up some big hits to Aaron Judge and company in game 1. The Mets are playing good baseball, and now back to 500 as somehow that pitch misses. But these Mets here in this game, even when down, they are never out of a game. And that's what you like to see from a ball club, even if only in June. Stone Garrett now stepping into the box. He takes a sinker for strike 1. So yeah, y'all know, those of y'all that have been watching any of the content that we put out on BYC Gaming, y'all know we are very excited for college football. They just dropped the deep dive into the presentation and whatnot. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely amazing game. I'm most excited for the next video that's going to be showing a deep dive into Dynasty mode. That's what we're going to be spending most of our time here on BYC Gaming. Either way, though, Alcantara gets another K. He's only given up 2 hits, but the Mets still trail by 1 as we head into the 4th.
Leading off for the Nets, the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Counts 1-0.
Only 32, well, 33 now. 34 after that pitch, but 34 pitches to this point for Gray. And he has not given up a base runner or a hit And I will continue as Taylor grounds this one to short. The throw to first, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 10, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Mauricio now steps in. He struck out in his first at bat.
Ball, that's inside.
Mauricio third on the Mets in batting average. Just goes to show you how impressive he has been this season as he pops one up that will end up in the bleachers down the left field line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's that sinker. A pitch that he's throwing, but he's mixing it in well. He's thrown it twice already in this AB. Whew, well, we were able to foul that one off. That slider came all the way inside. 1-2 count to Mauricio. And we're fooled again, that time on a sinker. Swing and a miss, 5th K of the game for Gray. And now here comes Lindor. Lindor weakly hits one down the first base line, and I can't believe I'm saying it's 4 innings of perfect baseball for Josiah Gray and the Nationals. I got to talk more about this series when Meneses, Gallo, and Ruiz come up in the bottom of the 4th.
Leading up for the Nationals, the first baseman, Joey Meneses.
All right, here comes Meneses to face Alcantara, who comes to work here in this 4th inning. Now, coming into this series against Washington, there's a couple of things that were on my mind. First of all, after this series, we'll get 2 days off, 2 desperately needed off days, as the bullpen and some of these starters are just tired. They've been going for almost 12 days in a row, if I'm not mistaken, without a break. So when I saw this series, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking ahead to the off days so we can get everybody back at full strength. As Meneses pops this one in foul territory, let's see if McNeil can catch it. It will stay in bounds for the first out. So when I saw this series, like, we're going to Washington. I like their stadium. I'm like, this is a team that's not playing good baseball right now. I'm thinking this is an easy, 3-game walkthrough. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, we have not led at any point in this series. And now we've been no-hit through 4. Gallo, the man that is the difference in today's ball game. As this one's grounded to second base. Mauricio easily gloves it, flips it to McNeil. And we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Keibert Ruiz now steps in. Alcantara starts him off with a 97-mile-per-hour sinker. Ruiz, former Dodger. I thought he chased right there on the 100-mile-per-hour fastball. That'll be called ball 1.
Ball, that's down.
The Phillies currently 1 game behind the Mets. The Braves 4. And there's another swing and miss from Ruiz. This is a game we definitely want to win, make a statement against our division rivals. Beatty makes a nice backhanded play, throws it to McNeil at first, and the Mets retire the Nationals 1-2-3. Let's see, can the Mets get some hits in the 5th? Alonso, Alvarez, and McNeil due up.
Leading off for the Mets, the designated hitter, Pete Alonso.
Ooh, 93-mile-per-hour fastball to start off. Pete Alonso is fouled off. Strike 1. We got a good swing on that. Pete able to hold off on the slider right there. Count is 1-2. Pete puts a good swing on the baseball, and finally, the Mets get their first hit of the game. So the thing that really helps right there is just the fact that Pete Alonso shouldn't even be playing today. He should be getting a day off. But the way we played in the previous game, I just decided to put Pete at the DA spot, and it pays dividends here in the fifth. Mets with their first hit. Now the first strike to Alvarez. Very, very generous sinker. Called a strike on the outside part of the black. Alonso, not much of a speed threat. Takes a minimal lead off of first base. Alvarez, as we said, has been hot. 4 RBIs in his last 4 games. Currently ahead in the count now. That's a good cutter right there. Looked like a fastball, but it had that slower movement. Count now is going to be full. I'm really trying to decide, should we send Pete? I'm not going to send him, no. Full count to Francisco Alvarez. Oh, my goodness. These outside pitches are just catching us looking today. That one was close, though. I won't get too mad about that one. That one was close. So Alvarez strikes out for the second time today. Now Jeff McNeil steps in, looking to advance Pete Alonso and keep this inning going in the right direction for the Mets. Throwing that sinker very well, very confidently right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we're late on the slider right there. Popped up the left. Gallo makes the catch. And there's now 2 going here in the inning. This has been Gray's toughest inning of work. Still has a chance to get out of it without giving up a run. This one hit down the line. Nice play by the third baseman. And he easily throws out Marte with some room to spare. Mets strand a runner. They do get their first hit, but it's still a 1-0 ball game as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading up for the Nationals, the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Hey!
Garcia already 1 for 1 on the day. That should be 0-2. Come on. I have a hard time believing that bat did not go across the plate. Either way, 1-2 count to Garcia. It's been a strong showing for Alcantara so far. This one is hit deep to right field. Garcia has hit another home run here for the Nationals. That's his 5th on the season, 2nd hit of the game. And Washington extends their lead here against the Mets. I'll be honest, I don't mind giving up a couple solo home runs, but we're hitting the way that we're hitting right now. I can't really look past giving up runs like this. 2-0 is the score now as Lane Thomas steps in. He had a home run in the previous game along with 2 RBIs. Right now he's down 0-2 in the count. Alcantara struggling with the long ball in his last 2 starts. Also lost his last time out on the mound. Still 1-2 to Thomas, and now he slaps one up the middle. And that'll be a base hit now for Thomas. Back-to-back hits for the Nationals. Still nobody out here in this inning.
That's a ball.
Was going to throw over the first. We'll keep the pitch coming towards home plate. Now we got a 2-2 count. Let's see if we can get him with the changeup here. Lane Thomas takes no real lead off first, and it's a full count, and Thomas gonna make it to second base on the wild pitch. And all of that won't even matter as Alcantara now walks Cruz on the first, and now that's followed up with a base hit in the left. DJ Stewart makes a good throw home that will keep Thomas at third base, but now the bases are loaded, and this is just turned into an absolutely embarrassing effort from the Mets here, as we'll get some arms going in the pen. This is one of those situations where we will throw home if there is a chance. Infield playing double play. I'm going to play the corners in. So let's see if we can get something to come home on this play to Abrams. Unless we get a K here, that would be just as good too. Counts 1 and 2 after the changeup misses. Another changeup near the dirt. Count 2-2. You don't want to lose Abrams in this situation, as this one slapped to center field. Look at that. Can't even make a play on the baseball. It's a base hit. Yet another runner reaches base safely for the Nationals. And this long inning for Alcantara and the Mets continues. Stone Garrett gets started off with a fastball for a strike.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Somehow he holds up.
That's ball two.
Alcantara really struggling right here in this situation. I don't even know if Pete's going to be able to catch this one. He's going to reach over, I should say Jeff McNeil, as he's playing first base today. Either way, he's unable to make the catch. 2-2 count.
We got a full count.
And the changeup, unable to get Garrett to bite. And Alcantara walks home another run. Second walk here in this game. And I was getting ready to say if Alcantara gives up another hit, we can pretty much call it a day for him. And that's exactly what he does. Meneses brings in 2 runs. The Nationals now take a 6-0 lead. Let's go ahead and pull the string on. I can't even do it yet. My guys aren't ready. This is an absolute nightmare of a start for Alcantara. I'm at least trying to get him to get 1 out in this inning. He can't even do that.
That's ball two. 2-1.
31 pitches in this inning. He's had a couple hitters at 2-2. He's up to 93 now in the game. That 93rd pitch fouled off down the line. We do have an open base, so let's keep that in mind. And again, another piece of solid contact. Thankfully, that one won't drop in. This one thrown to third, but the runner going to tag and make it to third base safely. So now runners at the corners with Ruiz stepping up to the box. I don't have a lefty getting ready in the pen, so we'll pitch to Ruiz with Alcantara. That proves to be a mistake. Another run driven in for the Nationals. 7-0 is now your score. Garcia, who hit a home run, which feels like it was in this inning. I mean, we're not even getting help from the umpire. Look at that pitch right there. Right down the plate. Call for a ball. Somehow that's called the strike. Very inconsistent game being called by the umpire right now. As that pitch fouled off. The 101. Okay, so I got distracted right there because I was worried that McNeil wasn't going to make it to the bag, but that's got to be it for Alcantara. I mean, he wasn't good today. I mean, he had a good number of strikeouts. I was impressed with that, but aside from that, this was an absolutely terrible start from Alcantara. 7 runs given up. in this game right here. Austin Adams now your pitcher. He's been stellar for the Mets this season. Not proven in the first 2 pitches to Lane Thomas. Finally get a strike thrown as that one fouled off. Thomas fouls that pitch off. 2-2 count. Adams comes into the game and struggles to get what Alcantara could not get in this inning, and that is just a simple out. Big inning for the Nationals. They now lead 7-0. Stewart, Beatty, and Taylor for the Mets in the 6th. As we always say at this time, the commentators for this game, not John Shambi, not Chris Singleton. It's your boy B.I.Z. in the place to be. DJ Stewart now your hitter as he comes out to face Josiah Gray. What a difference in the days for the starters. Alcantara taken out after 4 2/3. And he had 102 pitches, if I'm not mistaken. Gray now going into his 6th inning of work. And he's now going to throw his 57th pitch to Stewart in an 0-2 count. Stewart makes contact, hits it right down the line to first base to the first baseman, and that's the first out. Now in games like this, you know, like I said, you can have a big offensive explosion of an inning, but the way we're hitting, I'm not expecting that to be the case. So what I like to see in games like this is who can put some runs on the board. Who from the bullpen can shut the Nationals down 1, 2, 3 inning. You know, so with that said, let's see who can put on in this tough game right here where we are absolutely getting cooked. Brett Beatty has a 3-0 count working in his favor. Tyrone Taylor's on deck. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Beatty. So first walk of the game drawn there by the Mets. Very, very rare to see the Mets not have a game with a lot of walks in it. 5 straight balls now thrown from Gray. It would have been 6 straight balls. Instead, Taylor gives chase and hits that one to second. Got to make him throw strikes in a situation like that. Instead, it's a ground out fielder's choice to second. Taylor makes it to first base safely. Runner goes on this one. Throw, gonna get Taylor, and this is just a piss poor performance from the Mets here today. Taylor thrown out, trying to steal second. Nationals due up in the bottom of the 6th. They are clearly ahead.
Leading up for Washington, the center fielder, Gillette Cruz. Hey! Hey! 2.
One ball, 2 strikes.
So a 1-2 count produces a pop-up near home plate. Alvarez makes the catch, and that's the first out.
The third baseman,
I wonder how many catchers rock the classic style catcher's mask that Francisco Alvarez is wearing right now, where you still have to, you know, like unhook it from the helmet, like throw it off. Never really noticed that. Either way, 0-2 count to Vargas. Adams has come out of the pen and been very successful. This is nothing new to him. Second K of the game. C.J. Abrams now the hitter as the top of the lineup comes back up here for the Nationals. First pitch fouled off, 0-1 count.
Ball 1.
This one popped the left. DJ Stewart, who had a blunder in the outfield earlier in the game, makes a good catch right there, and the Mets retire the Nationals in the 6th. Harder order coming up. Mauricio, Lindor, and Alonso in the 7th.
Leading off for the Mets, the second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ball 1.
Ronnie Mauricio takes a 4-seamer for ball 1.
Outside, that's a ball.
Let's go ahead and have Adam Ottavino ready to go.
Ball 3.
So I'm hoping I only have to use Ottavino the rest of the way. I know I'm probably going to have to bring in Bickford at some point as well, but definitely will be very happy to not have to use many arms today. Mauricio swinging on 3-0 right there. Fouls it off, 3-1 count. There's a sinker that touches the inside part of the plate. Full count now to Mauricio. So again, Mets get a full count or get a 3-ball count. Unable to draw a walk. Mauricio just another victim of that scenario. Mets only with 1 hit in this game, few walks, 2 runners left on base, compared to the Nationals 7 runs on 8 hits with 3 runners left on base. Nationals also still have their starter in this game, Gray, playing very well, only giving up his 2nd hit right there, that time to Francisco Lindor. As the Mets going to try to put something together here. In this 7th, you see Pete Alonso splits with the 248, 14 home runs versus 237, 8 home runs, and 19 RBIs versus lefties. He's got a righty on the bump against him here in Gray.
1-0.
That pitch way upstairs for ball 1. Lonzo fouls off a cutter. There goes Lindor. I should have swung at that pitch. And even more so feel that way after seeing Lindor get thrown out. This has been a rough game. Absolutely rough game. Mets can't seem to do anything right today. 1-2 is the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Pete Alonso, the only other Met with a hit in this game, as he's trying to keep this inning alive. Fouls off the pitch. We'll do 2 balls, 2 strikes again.
3-2.
Now the count is full. Let's see if Pete can draw another walk here. He does lead the National League and the majors in walks, 3-2 count. Well, that may go a long way towards knocking Josiah Gray out of this game. 2nd walk here. Now he's going to face a man that he struck out twice today, Francisco Alvarez. So that's got to hurt even more, knowing that Alonso potentially could have drawn a walk if we would have just been a little less aggressive, I should say, with Lindor. Here's a shot to the shortstop, Abrams. That one is bobble. That should be an error on Abrams. E6. All of a sudden, the Mets gonna send a man up in Jeff McNeil with 2 runners on and 2 outs. This one's hit up the middle, and it should be a slow roller, good enough to get Pete Alonso home. So finally the Mets produce a run. RBI single right there for Jeff McNeil. And that Lindor stolen base, or caught stealing, better yet, really going to come back to bite us in having a chance to come back here. McNeil with an RBI single, and Mets being a little too aggressive today. I'm going to be honest with you. Way too aggressive at the plate today. There is another poor at bat. That time by Marte. Popped up the short. It's time to stretch in DC. Stone Garrett, Joey M, and Joey G due up.
Now pitching for the Mets, number 0, Adam Ottavino.
All right, here comes Adam Ottavino. I'm going to attack the zone against this part of the lineup and hope that we can set them down pretty quickly. We got 2 guys fighting for this baseball. What is happening right now? Jeff McNeil will make that catch. Like I said, we got to play aggressive here because we really, really need Ottavino to be able to give us 2 innings right here. So let's just try to throw strikes, get out of this inning quickly. That is not how you do it, as that one is up and in. Good pitch there on the sinker. Ottavino has his 2-2 fastball, his 2-2 cutter fouled off. Good job on the pitch from Ottavino. Now he has 2 gone here. Joey Gallo stepping in. He put the first run on the board in this game for either team with his solo shot in the 2nd inning.
Inside, ball 1.
Ottavino now has the count to 1-2. And good pitch right there from Adam O. We needed that in a major way. Good 1-2-3 inning. Mets coming up in the 8th. They will be facing Kyle Finnegan. As I said, we've had some pretty amazing comebacks this season. This one would be very tough to do. We have come back from a 6-run deficit before. So it is not unbelievable or unfathomable for the Mets to do that here. Good start here to this 8th. 2-0 to the number 8 hitter, DJ Stewart, who's 0 for 2 on the day.
I got 3-0.
Now I got a 3-0 count. As you get a look at Rainey getting loose in the bullpen.
Three balls, 1 strike.
Very late on that splitter. Probably best that we didn't make contact with that one. It could have easily been an out. 3-1. 2-seamer attacks the inside part of the plate. Fouled off. Full count now on the way. A little late on that one is Stewart, but it's hit pretty deep. Right in front of the retired number of Jackie Robinson. And that'll be the first out.
The third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty, one of the few Mets who have drawn a walk today. He's 0 for 1 alongside with that base on balls. Ooh, good piece of contact right there from Beatty. This one hit directly into the gap off the fence. And that's going to be a stand-up double for the Mets third baseman. We needed that in a major way. Tyrone Taylor hasn't really had a good day today, so I'm going to pinch hit right here with Brandon Nimmo. Let's see if we can get some runs here, man.
That's a ball.
Nimmo takes the first pitch low. Nimmo number 2 in the All-Star voting for left fielders. Very excited for him to potentially have a chance to go to the 2024 All-Star game. 1-1 count for Finnegan. Nimmo puts good contact on this one, but Joey Gallo is there to reel it in. And Beatty just barely going to be in there safely at third. Good job tagging on that. Now Ryan Mauricio comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day. A hit right here will go a long way to towards making the Nats respect us a little bit more. So far, they're just having their way with the Mets. And what a play right there from the pitcher. And the Mets, again, get a runner in scoring position but cannot do anything with it. The Nationals will get their last licks with Ruiz, Garcia, and Thomas in the 8th.
A defensive change for the Mets. Now playing center field. Number 9, Brandon Nivens.
All right, Kyber Ruiz.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up to the plate. Count even at 1. And now a cutter fouled off. See if Ottavino can put him away with the changeup. Good job fouling that one off by Ruiz.
Inside ball.
That's tough. We'll go right back to the cutter. And a good job, good location. Ruiz only able to pop it up behind home plate near the Nationals logo. And that will be the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Garcia 2 for 3 on the day. He's already put 1 in the bleachers. Down 0-1, pops this one on a broken bat. Beatty makes a catch. And that is the second out. How about that stat at the bottom of the screen? I forgot all about that. Starlin Marte had 3 stolen bases in the previous game against the Nationals. That was impressive. I'm pretty sure he moved up the stolen base leaderboard after yesterday's game. 1-2 count to Thomas. Make it 2 balls. You now got a 2-2 count. Just in case Ottavino is unable to get past this one hitter, let's make sure that Phil Bickford is ready in the bullpen. Lane Thomas is a tough out. He's now worked this count full. Payoff pitch from Ottavino. Hit to the first base side. McNeil can't get a glove on it. And that's a 2-out single for Lane Thomas. You got to be prepared, man. Like I said, I know Lane Thomas is a tough out, so I went ahead and started warming up that arm. Now let's see, can Ottavino get past Dylan Cruz? He has a walk on the day. And this one's going to be chopped to short. This is going to be a tough play. Wow, good play, good hustle by Francisco Lindor. Lindor's going to lead it off for the Mets in the 9th. Lindor, Alonso, and Alvarez. Can the Mets put together a miracle? They got a 6-run deficit.
Now pitching for the Nationals, number 21, Tanner Rainey. Leading off for the Mets, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
I'm out.
So,
First base.
okay, I was about to say, did it hit me or did it not? Okay, so that's how you start off a 9th inning. Good job by Alonso. Excuse me, by Lindor to stand in there and take that hit. Now Pete Alonso comes on as the first base runner. Reaches safely here. Swing and a miss by Alonso on a four-seam fastball at 99 miles per hour. And there's a slider that just completely fools Pete. That was the one. He gave me a pitch to drive, and Pete Alonso sat down swinging. Speaking of sat down swinging, here comes Francisco Alvarez, who struck out twice in this game. Grounded out in his last AB.
Nope, that's a ball.
This umpire has been inconsistent all day long. That pitch right there somehow called a ball.
2-0.
That one high and upstairs, swung on a miss. Easily could have been 3-0 right there. Slider chopped off.
He's going.
2-2 counts now. 3-2. Lindor going to get the stolen base right there. 16 stolen base on the season for Lindor. Full count to Alvarez. Wow. This guy's got gas, and he throws it right by Alvarez. Third strikeout of the day for Francisco. And now the only man to drive in a run in this game, Jeff McNeil, steps in. 1 for 3 on the day. He's got Lindor on second. And the Mets are down to their final out. The few fans that are here at Nationals Park coming to their feet now as they know they are just an out away from shutting this thing down. That one popped to left. Joey Gallo makes the catch. And the Mets are going to come up short here. Not only in this game, but in this series against the Nationals. Losing 2 out of 3 already, as we'll try to salvage game 3 and avoid the sweep here against Washington. But they are playing some good baseball. I can't even front on them. I don't know them for being in the mix in this particular season. They're playing good ball in real life, but right here they are making us look like we are not a first place team. Joey Gallo started things off with a home run, and the hits just kept coming for the Nationals. Pete Alonso and Jeff McNeil try to keep us alive, but Garcia and the Nationals offense was just too much in this ball game, and they're going to go on to win this one by 6 runs. The win goes to Josiah Gray, who had a great start. Loss goes to Alcantara. We'll see y'all soon back on BYC Gaming. Peace, love. Here's the box score. We're gone.
For the ball game tonight, for the victorious Washington Nationals, 7 runs on 9 hits. 1 error, they left 4 runners on base. For the Mets, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, they left 6 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 6 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.